let's go. First, just introduce yourself, please.
My name is Marilyn Hanatek.
Okay, so you are born in about around 1960, I
I
heard.
was born in 1953.
Okay, so my first question is, what you think it's like biggest event you think happened around 1960, and it's your deepest memory?
Probably one of the biggest was when President Kennedy was shot.
Okay.
I was in fifth grade at the time, and that was a pretty powerful impact.
So what do you think about that event? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, at this point, it's been a long time ago, but at the time, it was very upsetting to think that someone would have targeted our president, and also that someone who was so important could, be here one minute and gone the next.
So do you think President Kennedy is kind of like a good president because you admire him or you like him? So when he just got shot, you are very angry or sad?
I think it was just, I wouldn't call it angry or sad, just upset. You don't know a whole lot about politics when you're that age, but you know that voting and picking a president is a big deal, and that the leader in your country, and he was controversial because he was one of the youngest presidents ever, and he was Roman Catholic, which we'd never had a Roman Catholic for president before, had very young children, so just thinking about someone being so young and having a young family, and then just not there to be a parent or a leader in our country anymore.
Okay, so what about like this event or other event connect to right now, like it influenced you for so many years? Can you think about that? Is there the kind of event?
So other events that influenced me, or how that
Other events that influence you in 1960 and influence you until now, like shape your personality, or some other important world event? It can be anything.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think of that for a minute.
Okay.
Well, that age range I was in, like from elementary school up through high school. Graduated high school in 1971, so the majority of the 60s I was a kid, and back then a kid included riding your bicycle and being in the marching band, and you're more focused, I think, on yourself than on world politics. You watch cartoons Saturday morning. That was before cartoons were played 24 hours a day on Nickelodeon, and you're just I don't think you really think a lot about what goes on in the world. It's only what goes on in your small small life.
But when you are a child, that's like a technology difference between 1960 and now. That's a big difference. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was. I mean, I grew up. We started out. I had a black and white television when I was a kid. You had one house phone, and it was a rotary dial. There was no such thing as computers in the home. My first job, I worked in a bank, and the computer took an entire room, which was huge because it wasn't this little tiny thing, and the excitement of having a color television, I can remember that, and it's. In fact, when I was a kid, we still had party lines, so you could pick up the phone to use it, and somebody else would be on it who wasn't in your house. So I can remember when we finally got our own private line and didn't have to worry about the neighborhood gossip that was on the phone all the time. So, yeah, big deal. And probably didn't own my first computer until, wow, I had kids of my own. So, you're talking a long time after that before computers even began to be used in the home.
Okay. So it's kind of like a comparison between you and my first interviewer. He's like a teenager, he's going to college, so he's more focused on like world event or what he think about the world. But for you, you are like a child, but the technology difference make you like maybe think more, because when in 1960 you are a child, so more focused in such thing.
Right.
That's great. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.